he's going to be invaded by his enemies, he focused on God, not the enemies. He began thanking God and worshiping him and praising him, not allowing fear to control him. God is bigger than that marriage. God is bigger than that relationship. God is bigger than your health. God is bigger than what you are going through. Jehoshaphat concentrated on God. He began worshiping him. He began praising him. He began uplifting his name. And God decided, since he has given me position 1, not after, then I will make sure he got a breakthrough. Number 3, trust on God's promises. When it was told to Jehoshaphat that he's going to be invaded, that what he said is what he said. He does not change. He's not a man. For example, you keep saying, I am sick. This is going to pinch me down. Instead of concentrating on what is eating you, tell that disease or sickness, I shall not die. Say it according to God's promises. The Bible says, I am rich, I'm not poor. I am the head, I'm not the tail. The Bible is full of God's promises, and each for a day, millions and promises are moving in that very Bible you are carrying there. So always remind God that you have said so. Where I step, I possess. Remind God promises. The Bible says Jehoshaphat, after prayer and gathering his people for fasting, he reminded God, this far promises. God a point in the wilderness, and they began like they want to worship the idols, and God was like, Moses, move aside, I want to finish them. God reminded God. Moses reminded God, and he told God, if you God is unlimited. They were able to count their soldiers, cannot count the angels surrounding your life. You can be able to number your enemies, but you cannot be able to number your angels who are surrounding you today. My viewer, miss, but you cannot be able to number your angels who are surrounding you today. My viewer, by day and by night, God is covering you. Fear not, because the spirit of fear doesn't come from God. Feel encouraged and move on. Of behindness, you are subject of focusing ahead. Always move forward and know that we serve unlimited God, a all-powerful God, powerful God. Remember, he opened the Red Sea for the children of Israel, and God made a highway in the Red Sea. He fed them with manna by day, by night. None of them died because it was God. If you read 2 Chronicles chapter 20, verses 3, you can read. Verses 6, you can read. Verses 7, you can read. Verses 10 to 12. He is reminding God, you are the most powerful God on earth. You did not bring us here to die. Jehoshaphat is reminding God, you are more powerful. Let your power be manifested here. Jehoshaphat is reminding God, I am thanking you in advance, because I know these enemies I see today,